My name is Ilya, and today we're taking a look at the presenter video feature within Vidnami. How well does it work? Is it worth the price of admission to buying Vidnami? And if so, how quickly can you actually create videos with it? Now, also, if you're looking for a Vidnami discount, then there's a link in the description below. You can get 25% monthly anytime and 40% monthly from time to time. But let's dive into the review right away. If you don't know what presenter video is, it's basically one of these videos when someone's talking and there's subtitles. I'm sure you've seen videos like these. They're on social media all the time. Almost all the influencers use it. Tom Bilyeu uses it. Russell Brunson uses it. Dean Graziosi uses it. Tony Robbins used them. Almost everyone uses these. And the reason why is because videos on social media, specifically Facebook and Instagram, autoplay without sound. So whether you're creating an ad or you're creating a native piece of content and you're posting on the platform, that's going to play without sound. And the same thing is true if you're creating a vertical story video. Most of those are going to play without sound. Snapchat is the only social media platform that autoplays with sound. Instagram stories play without sound unless they're already turned on sound for a previous story or for your specific story. Now, why does this matter? This matters because if they're just watching you talk and they only see your face, they're going to have no idea what you're saying. The content inside the video, the actual video itself, has to be entertaining or interesting enough for them to turn up their sound. Whereas with this, well, this they can just read. And a lot of people do just read. I've seen a lot of people on Twitter or Instagram just respond to the video and say, like, I didn't actually listen to you talk, but I really agree with this point. So let's just use this template. You can customize the template, of course. You can customize the top panel, the bottom panel. I'd probably make the top a little bit more bold. That's a little bit better. Maybe even semi-bold. Full bold. There you go. Full bold is usually better for the top. Sometimes extra bold might work. What about black? Yeah, let's just do bold for the top and then normal, medium for the bottom, just to make it a little easier to read. And I'm going to name this template test, save that template, and it's going to be my custom template. So I'm going to click use, and then the next step is to either record a video using the webcam or select the file to upload. For this test, I'm going to record a video straight using my webcam, but if you do want to either make sure your video quality or your sound quality is a little higher, you can record using a different tool like Loom, Camtasia, or something else, and then make sure that the audio sounds better and then upload. Or you can create a video using your smartphone selfie camera or just your smartphone's regular camera with a tripod and then upload it here. That will look a little bit more professional, a little bit more high quality, but if you're looking for speed, then the webcam video is going to be the way to go. So I'm going to press record. It's going to detect it, and there you go. There I am. There's some of my books. There's my TV, and there I am. So I would recommend, if you're going to record straight into the microphone, straight into the webcam, getting a high quality dynamic microphone. People recommend Blue Yeti. I don't love Blue Yeti because it picks up all the noise. If I go really quiet right now for a second, you might be able to hear a little bit of background noise. There might be a little hum, but Blue Yeti, it will be super loud, so don't recommend that. Anyway, let's see what this looks like. You press start recording. There's a timer. How well does Vidnami's presenter video feature work? Well, let's see. I think it works pretty well even if you have an accent, but if you use lots of words that aren't in the dictionary or are company words, it probably won't understand you perfectly. Brand names don't always work. Apple, Facebook, and Google might work, but Vidnami and ClickFunnels may not. You'll see what I mean when the video is transcribed. Now, as you can tell, that was a terrible, terrible accent, but I was just trying to fool the transcription service to see how well it does and to show you how well it does. And I was reading a script, and if you couldn't tell, it probably won't pick up on Vidnami because it doesn't have that word in the vocabulary. It does usually know big companies like Apple, Facebook, Google, but when it automatically transcribes, which it will do after this thing finishes, this takes anywhere between 15 seconds to a minute, depending on the length of your video. Use this recording, and then you can click transcribe. This also takes anywhere from 5 to almost as long as 2 minutes. It depends on how loaded the server is that they're using, but usually it's pretty fast and it's extremely accurate. It's surprising how accurate it is, but once again, like, even if you have an accent, it's pretty accurate. But if you're saying a lot of words that aren't in the dictionary or are just, you know, company names that end with a Z, then it's not going to know that. It's not going to know that. Yeah, there you go. How well does Vietnamese presenter video feature work? That's not what we know. How well does Vidnami presenter video feature work? I think it works pretty well even if you have an accent. I started my accent here, but if you use lots of words that are not in the dictionary, or are company words, so obviously my accent threw it off a little bit. It probably won't understand you perfectly. But once again, my accent was pretty bad, pretty nonsensical. It was a weird mix of God knows what and God knows what, and it still got almost 90% of this. Brand names don't always work. Apple, Facebook, and Google might work, but Vidnami and ClickFunnels may not. You'll see what I mean when the video is transcribed. Now, one thing that I really like and that I think you'll enjoy also is that it adds the actual punctuation into the script. Now, this may not seem like a big deal, but a lot of tools that transcribe things, they don't add punctuation. So then you just have a very long run-on sentence and you have to figure out, wait, where does this end? Where does it begin? And Vidnami makes it a lot easier. Now, after that, as transcribe, you create the scenes. Vidnami creates all the scenes for you. Same thing as it does with all the other templates. It just does that. I forgot to type my headline. Big headline, promise. And you can see the headline auto changes the size. Now, what can you do with these videos? I'm going to make that blue. Actually, no, I'm going to underline it. That looks better. Now, you can preview the videos, of course. You can just go on and you can have the video just go like that because it auto syncs to your voiceover and just preview. Or if you really want, you can add some stock videos or stock images. There's not really going to be a lot of good videos for accent. I don't even think there's going to be good images for accent. Yeah, that's not what I'm looking for here. But like dictionary, I could add a dictionary here, right? Just looking at a person with a dictionary. And then if I want to, I can connect this scene to the previous scene so the dictionary video continues. And this is just a nice way to break up those influencer kind of talking head videos to keep people engaged, right? So you might have the first couple slides of you talking, they see your face, they know who you are, they know who you are, they know who you are, and then one of the videos it breaks up and it's a video of a dictionary, or maybe there's, you know, confused person. You know, there's someone else just being very confused. Yellow, colorful backgrounds work really well. And then I could connect that to the previous one. And now I have a pretty well done video. I can preview it. The bolding isn't perfect, right? I don't really want to bold Yule when the video is transcribed. I'd probably bold that. So the bolding isn't perfect, but that's the same thing for all of Vidnami's features. But overall, that was pretty fast. It would take me probably half a minute, 2 minutes to go through all the slides. I'm not going to do that right now. I'm just going to go to preview and show you what you can do in the preview. You're going to create the scene timing. It's going to build the preview. And of course, you can choose some music. So I'm going to choose some happy, let's say corporate music. Those are always great, right? Love corporate music. That's sarcasm, by the way. You can also, of course, change the music volume, video track volume, and add a watermark. Now, the thing with the watermark that I found really useful, let me actually pause the video and create a new one, and I'll show you what I mean. Now, I found, this isn't the image that I meant to use, but I just want to make this quick, is you can actually kind of add either a smiley or a more engaging element to the top of the headline. Because adding your logo somewhere in the corner, that would work. But if you've seen emojis, if you've seen people add different things, those work a lot better. So you could add, you know, something here or something here, and that would probably work a little bit better than just having your logo there. Or you could just use a logo for branding purposes, you know, as I did here for one of the financial firms. But you could just use no watermark also. After that, manually adjust timing. This goes into the timing section because usually Vidnami is really good at adjusting it. Let's see how it did here. Let's see. I think it works pretty well even if you have an accent, but if you use lots of words that aren't in the dictionary or are company words, it probably won't understand you perfectly. As you can see, even with that terrible, weird, I'm chewing on something and I'm also British but also Australian accent, it picked things up pretty well. It separated the slides properly, and even if it didn't, this would be a very quick edit, especially if you're creating social media videos, because those tend to be for Twitter, under 2 minutes 20 seconds. For Instagram and Facebook, well, Facebook technically has no limit, but usually they'd probably be under 5 minutes. So then going through this will be very, very quick. And then of course, when you generate it, you can generate it in 1080p. It does take a little bit longer, and I do believe it does actually use your computer to generate the videos partially. So then if you have an older computer, it's going to take a little longer. If you're like me and you're recording a video, this part's going to take longer because, well, my computer's already using a lot of resources as it is trying to record this video. But overall, this is usually pretty quick. This is definitely much faster than if you're used to using Premiere Pro or Sony Vegas or other similar tools. Those take a long time. Sometimes you have to leave them overnight to render, and even then that's not enough. Whereas Vidnami, I've created, I think the longest video ever was 45 minutes. Even that took, I think, under an hour to render, which is incredible considering that usually it takes a lot longer than that. And I mean a lot longer. So that's pretty much it. After it's rendered, if you used any images or videos that are Creative Commons that you have to give, not Creative Commons, that you have to give, what is it? They have to give basically a link to, or say, okay, I got this image from this person. I forget what the name of that is right now. They will add a nice little box right here that you can just paste in the description of your Revit video, and that takes care of all the accreditation. That's not the right word, but you know what I mean. I hope you know what I mean. That takes care of all the legal things that you need to do. And that's pretty much it. I love this feature. If you have any questions about it, or if you want to know more, just comment below. Otherwise, I'll see you in the next video.